I'm here today at the Living Planet Centre at WWF UK HQ with Karen Ellis, Chief Economist. Hello, Karen.
Hello.
Thank you very much for having us.
No worries.
We're constantly bombarded with images of natural disasters, floods, famine, pestilence, drought, fire. It's been devastating for businesses as much as for people. But in that narrative, it's always talked about in terms of climate and the transition to net zero and reduced emissions. And nature seems to have been written out of the script. Why is nature important?
Well, I mean, our whole society and our whole economy completely depends on nature, of course. Nature provides the ecosystem services that we all depend on for the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, protecting us from natural disasters. It plays so many huge roles in our life. And it does that quite silently, so we've taken it for granted, and as a result, we've overexploited it and damaged it in a way that is really now undermining our economy and our society and our well-being and our health.
I noticed that Earth Overshoot Day this year was the 2nd of August. And Earth Overshoot measures the point at which we're taking out of the planet more than we're putting in. So it's the point at which we start to deplete the natural resource of the planet. And I think in 2022, it was the 22nd of August. It's not just that we're in a bad place, we're getting worse.
We're definitely not doing enough. The good news is there's more and more awareness of the fact that we're not doing enough and that we need to do a lot more. And governments and businesses are increasingly committing to reverse the damage that's been done and try and improve things. So we had the Convention on Biological Diversity agreement in December 2022, which agreed a new set of targets and goals that many countries signed up to that would reverse nature loss and start to invest in nature. And they committed in that agreement for the private sector and the financial sector to align with that. So that's a kind of a new development and a new onus on business to understand how it can contribute to those goals. But overall, we're still definitely on a very bad trajectory. Deforestation is still continuing apace. Climate change is having its impacts on nature as well. So we're seeing coral bleaching, which is affecting fish stocks, which is going to affect food supplies. So there's still a lot more that needs to be done.
What are your hopes for COP? The thing with COP, isn't it, is always, any COP you go to, you always get more than you expected and less than you hoped for.
This is really last-ditch efforts to keep 1.5 alive.
It's kind of on life support at the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a massive challenge and worry because that was also the hope last year and we didn't get there. And it's not looking that promising this year either. But we need that to happen. We need commitments to be made around coal phase out and, not just phase down, but phase out. And we need more financing available to support parts of the world that are currently heavily dependent on fossil fuels to transition out of that. There's no doubt about that.
And so essentially, we've got to make the promise of Copenhagen, that 100 billion a year from the OECD countries, a reality. In the end, it's about the money, isn't it?